Today we're going to talk about the EECS bonus project, fertilizer and water pumping system. Here are two set of value of X and Y. The capital X and Y is for the amount of fertilizer is going to be pumped during the looping system. And the lowercase x and y is going to be the amount of water that's going to be pumped during the water pumping system. And also we have two pumps that's connected with the growth port and the laptop, which first one is for the fertilizing pump system and the second one is water pumping system. And also the soil moisture sensor that's connected here, as you can see on the right side is the water pumping system. On the left side is fertilizing purpose system, which is going to be inserted in here, and the water is going to be in here. And then also here is the soil moisture sensors that's going to be getting the voltage value for the soil that's inserted. So when you do the test, it's going to be running the motor on. And also, as you can hear, there's some sound from here for the water, and there's going to be some sound for the fertilizer one. See, as you can see. And then also, as you can see here from a command window, it shows how long it's going to be on for, and then test if pass or not. And now it's going to be testing the soil moisture sensor for if it's working on the correct voltage and getting the correct data it should be getting. And then also testing the looping system for putting in the different voltage number. Here, as you can see, one is 2.17 and one is 2.16, and has the soil, if it's wet enough, so the pump is on, so no need a water pump, enough fertilizer, so it's really no fertilizer is going to be pumped up from the pump. Here are the if statement that we're going to talk about. The first thing first is we had to set up the threshold, which is 2.35 for need. So for the first statement is if voltage bigger than need fertilizer thresholds, then the voltage is basically the data that's getting from the soil moisture sensor comparing to my threshold, the needed fertilizer threshold. If it's dissatisfied, then it's going to be considering as needs more fertilizer. So in fertilizer time, that means getting a lot of fertilizer into the plants. And then on the next function, it says that it's going to be pump X amount of the fertilizer into the plant, and also else if it's just the same thing, this two else statement. And then if all of them dissatisfied, then it's going to be a no fertilizer statement, so it's no action going to be taken. None of the pump is going to be open and stuff like that. The next one is the water system. So basically the same thing, you set up the threshold is 2.35 also. And then for the voltage is voltage that you sense from the soil moisture, moisture sensors, comparing to the threshold that you set up with. If this satisfies, also it's going to be pump X amount of water, and just to check on the X in here is different the X number in the fertilizer system, because fertilizer system has a capital X, which is the 3 grams of fertilizer, and this one has smaller case X, which means 2 liters of water is being pumped. And also this also is the same thing, else if two statement is satisfied, then it's going to take actions on it based on the code, and then if all of them didn't satisfy, then it's no action taken. And this pause for 2, so it's just time interval for soil moisture and water moisture to check on the states. Here are the function. The function we're going to talk about is for pumping water and pumping the fertilizer. The pumping time for the water is I times the 0.5 because on the size of my plants and water. And secondly is the function pump fertilizer is times by 0.2 because it's the soluble fertilizer already, so it's going to contain some waters in it, so I don't want to overwater the plants. So now I'm going to run the function and also putting my pump into the container. So now, as you can see, it's getting water from 2 of the pump, this one and this one, so this one's fertilizer and this one's water. As also you can see, as here is getting a graph and a command window. As you can see, you get the data I should be getting. So the voltage change on the time, depends on the time, so it changed. And for this project, I used the loop system and setting up some values to solve some basic problems.